talk about why I became an SLP. So when I was younger, really little, my grandmother had a stroke. I was probably in elementary school, and it was really sad and really scary to be a little kid who couldn't talk to her grandmother anymore. That really left a mark on me. So when I got older, I went into college undeclared, but I knew I wanted to try out speech therapy, speech language pathology, because I knew that those were the people who work with adults who had lost their speech. But I had grown up with my mom being a teacher. So I knew I didn't want to be a teacher because I love my mom and I watched her be undervalued in her role, and I didn't want to be undervalued in my role. So I opted out of teaching, and I'm very lucky to work with lots of teachers. I still hold that they're undervalued and I wouldn't want their job, but I luckily I get to work with lots of fantastic teachers. I became a speech pathologist because I was curious about how language worked. I was really interested, I still am interested in how injury to the brain during a stroke or Alzheimer's or something else can cause a language disorder. But I was also really interested in kids because, again, I saw my mom be a teacher and I saw how much fun that can be. So I decided to try out both, and I fell in love with working with the pediatric population. And that doesn't involve strokes. I mean, sometimes it does, which is really sad. But that more involves, it's not rehabilitation, it's working on development and helping kids to acquire skills as quickly as they possibly can. So I became an SLP to help kids, and because I am a total nerd and I love to learn about language. And my goal as an SLP is to just help kids to improve compared to themselves. I use the standards of typical development to just judge where a child is, but my goal is not to get the child up to development. My goal is to help them to increase compared to themselves. So over time, are they getting better? Are they improving compared to themselves? And if that brings them to typical development or beyond, then that's great. Typically, I don't take them too far beyond typical because they don't need me. But anyway, that's why I became an SLP.